So hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are doing well. This is Abhishek on the other side. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon in order to get the latest notification first. So without much further ado, let's start out today's video. So today we are gonna solve Jump Game 2. Now it is a medium level question from LeetCode. The question states that given an array of non-negative integers nums, you are initially positioned at the first index of the array. So we are given a non-negative integer, and we are then the starting point is the first index of the array. Each element in the array represents your maximum jump length at that position. So each element in that particular array represents the maximum jump length. Now our goal is to reach the last index with the minimum number of jumps. So from the first index, our goal is to reach the last index such that we perform minimum number of jumps. You can assume that you can always reach the last index. So we can assume that from the first index we can always reach the last index. So let's consider this example. So over here we are given the integers as 2, 3, 1, then we are having 1, and finally we have 4. So our starting position is this element, that is index 0, and the ending position is the last element, that is the element 4. Now from here we need to go to the last index. Now from this position or index, the maximum number of steps we can take is actually 2. So from over here we can go to over here, or we can jump to over here. Now let's say we jump to element 3. Now if we jump to element 3, the maximum jump we can take from this element is 3, right? So from here we can jump to this index, or we can jump to this index, or we can jump to this element. So we can see that from element 3 we can actually jump to element 4, right? And hence this is the minimum number of steps we have taken. Here it will be 2, because we have at first jumped from 2 to 3, and then we have jumped from 3 to 4, right? And hence the minimum number of jumps is 2. So let's take this example. So over here we are given the integer array as 2, 3, 0, 1, 4. So currently we are over here, and we need to reach to this element, that is 4. So from 2 we can either go to index 1, or we can go to or we can jump to index 2. So let's say that we jump to index 1. So now at index 1 we have element 3. So from index 1 we can jump to index 2, or we can jump to index 3, or we can jump to index 4. And so we can see that from this index we can jump to the last index, right? And the minimum number of jumps we have taken in this process is 2, and hence the answer is 2. So now let's understand the algorithm for this problem. So before knowing about the algorithm, I would highly recommend to see my previous video on jump game first, and then come back here, because the DP or the dynamic programming algorithm is based on the algorithm which we have used in our previous video. So at first we will be taking a DP over here, or dynamic program variable. Let's consider it to be DP, and the size of the DP will be the size of the array, and here in this case it is of size 5, right? So let's consider an array. Okay, so let's consider an array. So initially each of the members of this array is initialized to it is of size 5, and and each member is initialized to value 0. Okay, so now let's consider a pointer I, which you will be currently pointing to this let's consider this index, side index. So this is our index 0, this is of index 1, this is of index 2, this is 3, and this is 4, right? So these are the indexes that we are having. So we'll be considering another variable. So let's name it as steps, and in this variable we will be storing the minimum number of jumps. So currently our step is 0, right, at this position, at this index. So currently the value of I is equals to 0. Okay, that is pointing to element 2, and if I is in this position, right? So, and we know that so we need to update our dp of 0 to 2, right? So now it has 2, right? Now from this index we can go max up to this index, right? So from the index 0 we can go maximum, from index I we can go maximum up to I plus dp of I, right? Now that's the maximum distance we can cover from this index I, right? Now since the dp of I is dp of 0 is 2, so it will be added to 2, so we'll be adding 0 plus 2. That means we can go maximum up to index 2, right, from over here. So now we are going to increment our move our I to index 1, right? Now when we move our I to index 1, we are going to see that what's there in dp of I minus 1. Now in dp of I minus 1, that is dp of 0, right? So currently our I is 1, so dp of I minus 1 will be 0. So in dp of 0 we have 2, right? So we need to subtract that by 1, and then we need to see what's there in dp of what's there in. So let's consider this array to be something called ARR. Okay, now we need to find there like what's there in ARR of I, right? Now we need to find it, then we need to find the max of it, maximum of this value. Now we know that the maximum of so if you see in dp of I minus 1 there is 2, right? So if you subtract this 2 by 1 and try to find a maximum between 1 and 3, it is 3, right? So we need to update this dp of 1 to 3. Now since we have moved from 1 to 2, so which means that we have actually exhausted one step, right? So we'd be updating it to 1. Okay, so currently our number of jumps we have taken so far is 1, right? Now we are moving from 0 to 2, right? So if we move from 0 to 2, now what we'll be doing, we need to see what's there in dp of I minus 1. Now in dp of I minus 1 we have updated it to 3, right? Now 3 is over here. Now we need to subtract this to 1 by 1 because we are moving from 1 to 2, right? Actually we are moving from 0 to 2, right? But 3 is over here, right? And the difference between this and this is actually 1, right? So we need to subtract this by 1, and what's we need to see again, we need to see what's there in error of 2. In error of 2 we are having 1. Now what's the maximum between 2 and 1? It's 2, right? So we are going to update this to 2. Okay, now we have actually traveled from index 0, we have actually traveled to maximum of 2 distance already, right? So there now, but still we haven't reached to our target element. So hence we need to see what's there in dp of was there in dp of I. Now currently in dp of I we have value 2, right? That means from here we can travel maximum of 2, right? So let's say that we travel from here, so next jump we're going to take from next maximum jump from here we can take is up to index 4, right? So currently our I is over here. So if we find the, so I is at position of 2, right? And dp of I is 2, and hence we are getting 4 over here, right? So let's move the pointer to this position, right? That is the index 3. Now when we move to index 3, so we have taken our second jump, right? So we need to update this value to 2. Okay, now we need to say that what's there in dp of I minus 1. In dp of I minus 1 we have 2, right? So we need to subtract it to it to 1, it by 1, right? And then we need to see what's there in over here. In error of 3, in error of 3 we are having 1, right? And what's the maximum between 1 and 1? It's 1, right? So we're gonna update it to 1. Now we have another step left, another jump left, right? So from this index, that is to this index. So currently our I will be over here. Now when our I is at index 4, right? So what does it mean? It means that we have already reached to our target, right? But for the sake of calculation, what we'll be doing, we'll be again checking whether in dp of I minus 1, that is 3, was there in dp of I minus 1, that is 1, right? So we need to subtract it by 1, and what's the maximum value over here is 4, right? So in dp of in over here it will be stored to 4, right? And hence we have got 2 as our answer because we have reached to our target element. Now the time complexity for this algorithm will be big of n, right? That is the size of the array because we are traversing through each and every element of this array. And while space complexity will be big of n2 because over here we have taken a dynamic programming variable over here, right, which is of length n, that is the size of the array. So now let's see the code for this algorithm. So at first we're going to have a variable, let's name it as steps, and through this variable we're going to calculate the minimum number of jumps. Next we are going to have a dynamic programming variable, let's name it as dp, and its size is of nums.size, that is the size of the vector, and it is initialized to 0. Now we need to update our dp of 0 to nums of 0. Then we are going to have a variable, let's name it as index, and our index will be currently pointing to the 0th index. Now then we're going to have a while loop. Now the terminating condition for the while loop will be that if the index is greater than or equals to the size of the array, then it is going to terminate, right? So if this condition is satisfied, that is if index is less than index is less than nums of size, then we're going to go inside this loop, and then our first steps will be to increment steps. Now once we have done that, we need to start traversing from I equals to index plus 1 up to I equals to min of, just to avoid the runtime error, right? Nums.size minus 1 and your I plus, right, I plus dp of I, right? That's it. And then we're going to increment our I. Now once we have done that, we need to update our dp of I to max of dp of I minus 1, I minus 1 minus 1. Then we're going to take another parameter which will be like nums of I. Now once we have find a max, right, then our next step will be like updating our index. So our index will be updated to I plus dp of I, right? And so we're gonna go up to, actually we're gonna go up to index minus 1, right? Yes, otherwise it will show an error, right? Otherwise we're going to get a wrong result, right? So let me just return this index, right? Oh sorry, let me just return this steps. Yep. So let me just run this code, see if it works or not. So here's a mistake, so it's like dp of I is not present. So over here it's okay, you can consider it to be index, right? No problem, this will be index because actually we are currently at index, right? So it will be index. So let me just run this code again, okay? See if it works. See, it is accepted. Let me just submit it. Okay, see, it's accepted. So that's all for today. I hope that you like this video. If you like this video, do give a thumbs up to the video, share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel, and press the bell icon in order to get the latest notification first. So I will see you in my next video.